My name is Nomusa Hazlot Zikhali. I'm the principal of Nkomo Primary School. In 1998, children had to walk long distances to reach the schools, and most of them didn't go at all because their parents would not allow them to walk those long distances. So the community then decided to have a school nearer so that every child can go to school. When I was told that I'm going to lead the school, I'm going to be the principal, I was very happy, very, very happy. But my happiness changed when I met the headman who was supposed to show me the school, where the school is. This is the place where I started the school in 1998. The headman just came to the area showing me that the school will be here. I was very sad and I was amazed because there were no buildings. I knew that the school will have kids and I love kids so much. I tell myself that God has appointed me. Why can't I do something for the people I love, the children? So I changed that sadness into hope. I said, I hope I can do something. Let me try. So I arranged with the headman to head a community meeting. Over there, we announced that the school will start in January 1998. And we pleaded with the parents that they do bring their children to school. Some said they can't because the children are helping them to look after the goats and the cattle, and some are babysitting their homes. But we emphasize the importance of education in each and every South African child.
The community before Nkomo, I think it was a community that had a lot of problems. Why? Because they didn't communicate with other schools. They didn't have any resource to use when they have a problem. When you have a child who has no father and no mother, you can take this child to the Home Affairs in order to make a birth certificate. Nkomo became a resource in this community. The community didn't have something when Nkomo was not here.
When the children are not at school or they cannot go to school, I feel very sad because I believe that education is the key to everything in the world. So if the children are not at school, that means that in that community, there is darkness. For light, someone must be educated. So I feel so bad if the child is not at school. On my first day at school, I was expecting 60 children because we used to register the year before. So in October, November, all those who were willing to send their children at school registered the children. But on my first day, when I came to the site, to the place where the school was, only 10 kids turned up. That was very bad for me because I thought maybe the parents have changed their minds. Maybe they are not willing to bring their children at school anymore. There was a time when I wanted to stop everything, to leave everything. It was in September, towards the end of the year. There was persistent rainfall in our community. Here is the river that I was supposed to cross each and every day so as to reach the school. It was too difficult for me to walk in the mud and to cross this dangerous river, because by that time there were many crocodiles even outside the river, in the banks of the river. So I had to take 2 boats to reach the school. I said to myself, how can I risk with my life for the school? No, it's better to go back to where I'm from. But I changed my mind. I thought of the children there who are waiting for me. My husband allows me to go and stay over there. So for 2 months, I stayed over there. And it was bad with the children, because out of the 60 children I started the school with, 35 were from this community. They were supposed to cross the river, but their parents didn't allow them to do that. So they missed the school for 2 months. As the community, we then decide where is the greater number of children, and it was found that it was on this side of the road, of the river. We then decided to move the school from that area to here. In 1999, I started the school under these 4 trees. I was supposed to use the trees because there were no buildings. I started with 220 children.
Oh, my first day, really, I was just telling myself that as I'm going to work at Nkomo, I was just thinking about the beautiful building and the beautiful thing that I will find there, but only to find that there were no building at all. So I was very, 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 very worried about how can I teach these children under the tree? How can it happen? Where I would write if I want them to write on the board. But these things make me to think more.
This tree was my office. We used it as an administration block because we do administration work for the school here. We also used it as a storage because all the belongings of the school were stored here. Since we started with 220 children, that was the grade 1 class, the grade 2 class, and the grade 3 class.
They were sitting around the tree. There were no furniture. They used to sit down, and when they wake up, they are so dirty. Even the teacher themselves. When it is a windy day, it was very, very, very difficult to me to teach them. But I tried by all means.
When it rained, there wasn't a school because parents would not allow the children to come to school under the trees. So we were forced not to come to school.
Yeah, it was a shock to me because there were so many children who will learn under the tree. But as I was attending the career that I like, I used to teach them, although they were so difficult to teach them, but I used to communicate, to commit myself in order to teach them. But it was not nice. Yeah, it was not nice, but it was a call to me to teach them.
The love of children, the love of seeing somebody changing, maybe developing from somewhere to somewhere. That's what I like the most, to be with the community, because the schools are community-based. So to be at school, you are surrounded by people, you talk to the people, you laugh with the people, you share the sorrows and anything with people around you. So I just prefer to be a teacher because of that.